I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Adam Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest on the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, so today I am in Newport Beach, and I'm with Dr. Arshad Quadri, and one of the co-founders of this event. And I guess first off, just to say, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so correct me if I'm wrong. I think we're in the third year of the Cardiovascular Tech Forum. Am I off on that? I think that's what I heard this morning.
No, that's accurate. We started it 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And actually, there's a little story behind it. This conference was non-existent in this place. So we were having lunch at one of the medical meetings, LSI, and I was introduced to Octane and Cheryl. And the IP persons were there, and we got chatting, and I said, why don't we have a conference in a place that cardiovascular innovation happens? And so we decided to give it a go, and this third year.
Yeah. So what was the original vision? I like having a founder of a conference because a lot of different conferences, a lot of different visions. But what was the vision originally?
So my vision for this was to get people together of certain interests. So for me, cardiovascular innovation is very important, and I'm very involved in that. And I know the intricacies, so it is a place that we could get the physicians with ideas, cardiac surgeons, cardiologists, general physicians, all are welcome. And then we get the engineers that wants to team up with a physician for an idea, and the investing community, the VCs. So to get these three people in the room and kind of start up a conversation so that the new ideas can come out and new companies can be created. So that was the goal. And because I know innovation, when you start, it's such a vast space, and your idea is so small in that space. How do you get ahead, and how do you make contacts, and who you go to? And so that was the goal. And so today, we have that goal somewhat achieved.
I mean, I was listening to it earlier, and I know that Octane was talking. So the CEO from Octane was here, and he was talking in the morning. He was talking about like year over year, like the conference growth. And third year in, and this is packed, man. What do you attribute some of the success of the conference overall to, and why are people so attracted to it?
I think the whole mission is attractive. I don't think there is a conference that focuses on the three elements to innovation that I just mentioned. And so I have people cardiac surgeons come over from Europe. Because
I've met a couple people. You know what? I met a couple people from Europe today.
Yeah.
When I was talking, I was shocked, and they're like, oh yeah, came over, and I'm like, well, welcome. I was complaining because I came not complaining, but I came all the way from downtown LA. No, they beat me.
So they're here. My industry partners are here. The big players, all of them, and I think it's just word to mouth, good PR from the Octane team. We have a very strong advisory board, and so we chose the right topics, and we worked through it all year to get the conference going. So I think it's taken off. I think it's going to be a good conference, and it's local physicians, and they bring some great ideas, some great knowledge. Engineers that want to create devices, but they need a physician partner. VC, so it's all working out.
Yeah, and all of that intersection of everybody that you just named, whether it was VCs, physicians, the engineers, the med tech community, just in general, the device community in general. Like, talk about the word maybe collaboration or what that means, because I'm seeing meetings happening. Like, I keep on hearing everything that they're meeting and everybody. What is it? How is this collaboration? Talk to me about that.
It's networking.
Yeah.
So I have to put it in perspective. When I started my innovation for my mitral valve way back when I started as a cardiac surgeon, I had the time, did not have the time, but has interest in developing it. So I started the garage thing, make things, you go to Home Depot, you bring parts, and the collaboration was not there.
Yeah.
I really had to go to the local machine shops.
Hold on, really? Like this is really happening?
This is
like I thought you were joking for a second, like as an example, but no, you were really like
you have to get into it. And the guy that was doing so, I used to buy nitinol wires.
Yeah.
Which you could get on the internet, and then I used to twist it around, turn it around, it's kind of like liquid nitrogen, all of that.
Yeah.
And I used to take it to this furnace shop because I could not reach that temperature at my home oven. So he used to do it, and he went, and I went.
See, like, what did at some point were they like, what exactly are you doing?
Right. So he's asking, what exactly are you trying to do? And so
That's what I was thinking.
First lesson to collaboration. So
Please.
He takes me aside, and he says, I've been doing this for you many times now.
Yes.
My advice is find yourself an engineer. They're twisting wires, making stuff. You have the concept. So collaborate, right? So,
wow.
And then that's one of the stories. And then, went on. And it's been quite a ride. I mean, extreme collaboration. Extreme collaboration. When I was a surgery resident in Massachusetts, Pittsfield, Massachusetts, it's a little town. And I had an idea. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, I can make these little blades that I can do some kind of surgery with. Leg vascular surgery.
Yeah.
I had no idea how to make it. So I said, what do I do? So then I'm walking down the main street in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. So there, I see a jeweler shop. And I went into the jeweler shop and I said, listen, you guys play with little metals, make this very intricate things.
Yeah.
You think you can make me some blades made in white gold because easy to handle, and we're going to make some surgical tool. And the guy looks at me and says,
he went into a jeweler.
This is jeweler shop.
Wow.
And he says to me, what? Yes, doc, I'm in it.
Wow. Really?
Yes. And we made a surgical tool in a jeweler shop in a little town called Pittsfield.
Wow.
And that was great. And so we actually got permission and we did cases and was successfully cases. So collaboration, right? You find people you want to work with.
Where did you get that from, to be an inventor, or to kind of like, did you always have it in you? Like, where'd that come from? Because by the way, just so you know, I know we're just meeting, but I've done over 6,000 interviews. I've interviewed lots of doctors, lots of different people. I've never heard a story like this where you're like, I went into the jeweler and I'm like, can you help? I believe you, but I'm like, it's amazing. Where'd you get that? Like that, I don't know, curiosity, that inventor, that it's different. You have to admit that's different. You don't have any colleagues that have a story like that. I don't believe.
No, I think it comes from, tinkering around. You're inquisitive when you're young and you want to make things. And that's how it started. There's no special school to go for it. It's just you're bored with it, I guess, or you learn it. Or you just, I think persistence of, I think the thing is, how do you persist on an idea and make it work? Everybody has ideas. What differentiates people is you have an idea. Are you ready to go that mile to make it work? We all have ideas. Yeah. Right? So I think that's it. I can say I'm a frustrated engineer. I always wanted to be an engineer, but my family said, you got to do medicine. Back home in India. So and my engineer friends.
All right, Dr. Q. That's the way it goes.
Dr. Q. You can't do that. But my engineers, I have great friends, partnerships with them, and we have a good time.
Fast forwarding just a little bit from the early days, creating, let's just say the beginnings, to the company now and what you're working on. What can you share with us there?
So right now, my company is an incubator. It's incubate, like as spelled, that's spoken, medtech.com. So this is a incubator. I have ideas. I get partners. I have engineers, believer engineers that come and work with me. So at this point, we did a tricuspid valve, heart valve, that it was acquired by Pager Medical, so that's in human use now. We've done early feasibility study. We're trying to start that, but we did compassionate patients with it all over the world. In Denmark, we did some cases in Bern, Switzerland, and we've done 4 cases in the US. So that's a success story. Then I have several other ideas, but the ones that are going forward right now one was presented today in the Innovations of the Qantas Ventriculoplasty program. And then I have a relief program, which is the renal vein decompression. That's also, these 2 companies are situated here in Irvine. And there's another, that's my passion project, I would say, in aortic dissection fixes for that. And so kind of a Veritas, we call it, an endobental procedure. So these 3 are in the running right now. They're doing great. So let's see where we get them. So, I mean, it's fun.
Yeah. So a lot of entrepreneurs that watch this program, and I'm always curious when I'm talking to somebody, whether they're investing or they're running an incubator or otherwise, like what kind of things are you looking for? What type of companies are you looking for to incubate and to bring into your program?
It's just cardiovascular mainly, cardiac related, because I understand that. Yeah. I understand that disease. So mainly that, heart valves, heart failure is a big push for me right now, which is a difficult scenario to kind of fix. Patients are suffering, patient needs there. Yeah. Make things like, I'm fully invasive heart surgeon, right? That open chest, all of this. But I think we can do better without all that trauma to the patient, same science, but maybe we can take that element of complications and all these complexities out of it. So that's the focus. And we chat, and there are certain experiences that I've had in my practice with the patients, and it kind of like bothers me. Yeah. Sometimes that I couldn't help a certain group of patients. Yeah, I understand. How can we get that? And another nightmare of mine is that when I die and I'm up there and all these patients I couldn't help. Oh my God! Come after me and say, "What? So we got to do the work while we can while we're here, right?" I could say, "Listen, I kept trying." Yeah, no, that's heavy. My record. That's heavy, Dr. Q. Oh, so funny. So, final question for you. I know you got a lot to do, and I know this is your conference. You're running around. Yeah. Founders or technologies, or just in general, like, what excites you right now, just overall in your niche? Like, what excites you? I think technology, if it's solving a problem elegantly, that excites me. Like, it has to be elegant. The solution has to be elegant and focused. So I don't like broad swath of things. I can do that. No, it's like, let's focus and find like a solution. Like, I can relate to heart valves, right? Because I've done 2 heart valves that are in humans now. So I like that because it's like physical problem. Yeah, your valve ain't working, and we give you a new one. It's as simple as that. Yes, it's elegant. It's exactly what you just said. Yeah, it's just elegant. It's a good solution. It's an elegant solution. And that's the focus. That's what excites me the most. The problems can be complicated, but you got to simplify it, and you got to have a simple solution. Awesome. You did leave a website the first time. Can you leave that one more time? How can people follow up? How can they follow the works? Want to make sure that we get that, and we'll definitely, for everybody watching, we'll put that in the show notes too. Yeah. So incubatemedtech.com. Yep. Incubatemedtech.com. That would be the website, and then there's Relief, Qantas. These are all available on the web right now, so you can go and learn about that. Wonderful. And for everybody watching, just so you know, we'll put the links to that in the show notes. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or that follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And Dr. Q, again, thank you so much for coming on the show. Appreciate all you do. Appreciate it.